And a very good evening, everybody. I'm John Cole. Former Coyote state champ Ethan Moe won the 800 3 times as a Coyote yesterday, running in California at the Mike Finelli Track Classic. He had a personal best of 150.78. 150.78. He was second in his section. Not surprised at all. A great Coyote runner and kid, and he is only a freshman. And Mr. Williams is down there as well, and he's doing as well. So great going, Mr. Moe. All right, how about this doubleheader of women's college basketball, Iowa and LSU. Yes, the rematch of that very famous title game from a year ago. This time it goes to the Lady Hawkeyes, 94-87. Caitlin Clark, 41 points. She hit 4 threes in the second half to lead the comeback and the win. And Angel Reese had 17 points and 20 rebounds. They're the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird of their era in women's college basketball. My goodness. And UConn is trying to get to that Final Four as well to join their men's team. They have the lead on USC 55-51. Well, spring is here. That sounds great to say. That means the baseball Coyotes about ready to open their season. That'll come on Wednesday at 11 a.m. in Watford City. Just one game against their longtime rivals. So Wednesday for the baseball Coyotes, 11 a.m. against Minot in Watford City. Let's begin with a big W. Always great to beat Minot. Doesn't matter what the sport is. We all know that. Coyote softball team will open their season on Friday at Sydney. Both Coyote track teams at Dickinson on Friday. Coyote soccer team, well, they're going to open their season on Friday night at home. Beautiful Legends Field, 7:30 p.m. against St. Mary's. And as we said, the spring is here. Now the baseball Tetons will resume their season on Wednesday in Minot against the Lumberjacks from Bottineau. And, you know, folks, as always, the battle for the Mondac Conference title this year should be another battle just like a year ago. It was a battle last year. What do you think about the conference race this year around?
It's going to be a battle every year. I think for us to, look at that from a more larger scale perspective, Miles is always going to be tough. Bismarck's always tough, and Bismarck's probably the most veteran team in the conference. Miles is young like we are, and then Dawson's always, competitive as well. And so I think there's a lot of teams in the conference that have a lot to prove. I think there's a lot of teams in the conference that, we don't really know anything about. There's a couple new coaches, and so I think it's going to be another one of those years where, everybody's just fighting it out week by week.
All right, hopefully they'll be very busy if the weather can hold out. Action will begin at 1 p.m. on Saturday at Miles City. Action begins there 1 p.m. Then on Sunday at home at Raybon Field, 1 p.m. for the home open against the Pioneers, and that's a good thing. Well, what about the Lady Tetons? We heard from them last week. They will also play Bottineau in Minot on Wednesday, take on Miles on Saturday in Miles City. Then on Sunday, it's their opener against the Lady Pioneers, and that will be at 12 noon. Well, in case you missed it, on a very busy holiday weekend, Michigan, who ended UND's season, shockingly enough, on Friday, they come up with a huge win over their rivals from Michigan State, 5-2. Michigan is a great hockey state, and they had to be proud of that battle. So Michigan beats Michigan State 5-2, so they now move on to the Frozen Four, and that will be in St. Paul, the first game of the day. Denver, a longtime rival to UND. They will be skating against Boston University, so the Terriers, a good program. They'll drop the puck at 5 p.m., and then there's Michigan, who, as we said, entered UND's season. They will take on Boston College at 8:30. So there you go. UND isn't there, but it's still great hockey. Let's take a timeout.